Wow, what a nice day. It's a great time to have some fun with electronics. Hi, I'm GuruSantiago from Electronics is Fun. And this is an intro for the kids out there. Today we're going to talk about this, the Snap Circuit Junior Kit from Elenco. We're going to be using this for all our younger viewers to help them learn electronics in a fun and easy way. This kit's just like putting together Lego blocks. It makes it easy for those kids that are really young that, might find it interesting. So let's take a closer look. But before we do that, let's talk a little bit about safety. That's one of these things that we really can't overlook when we're working with electronics, especially for the younger kids. Electronics is made up of parts that are very small, and so we want to make sure that our young viewers understand that there is a safety hazard in terms of choking. So we don't really want kids under the age of 3 to play with any of the parts that come with this kit because they could hurt themselves. Also, we want to make sure that our viewers that are, say, between 7 and 10 years old don't attempt to connect these components from this kit to the power in the house, because that could be really dangerous. So kids, before you get started, make sure you have an adult ready to help you so that you don't get into trouble. Okay? So now what we're going to do is we're going to look at some of the parts that are inside the kit, and I'll tell you what it's all about and show you how you can get started. The kit contains 30 parts and it lets you kids build over 100 different projects. Let's go take a look. Okay kids, this is the Snap Circuits Junior Kit. Also, it's made for ages 8 to 108. So if you have younger brothers and sisters, please make sure that your parents are around so that they don't hurt themselves. Now let's take a look inside. When we open the box, we'll find this great manual, this circuits block layout diagram, and all the parts that come with the kit. Let's start with the circuit block layout. This diagram shows you where the parts go inside the box so that when you're done working with your kit, you'll know exactly where to put your parts so that they're ready for the next time you use your kit. This is the manual. The first thing you'll notice is that it's very colorful. When you open the manual, the first section is about safety. Make sure you have your parents read this to you so you understand how to be safe when you're using your Snap Circuits Junior Kit. Also, if you have any brothers and sisters that are 3 years or younger, please don't let them play with the kit because they might hurt themselves. They could choke if they put these parts in their mouths. On the next page, there's a complete list of all the parts that are in the kit. It tells you how many parts of each kind there are. It shows you the markings on each part, a little description, and then a picture that shows you exactly what the parts look like. The last column here shows you a part number in case you lose some of the parts or damage parts. That way your parents can order extra parts for you. The following section describes how to use your kit. Following that, there's a complete description of all the parts that are in the kit. Make sure you ask your parents if you don't understand. Here is a section on the do's and don'ts when building circuits. We want to make sure that when you build your circuits, they work. If you run into problems, you'll need to do some troubleshooting. But first, it's important to understand what types of problems you can introduce when you're building your circuit. This section explains that to you. Here is a section on troubleshooting. If you run into problems, this is where you go. Of course, GuruSantiago can also help you. So if you get into a problem, leave him a message. Here we find a complete list of all of the projects that are available. The last section of the manual shows the projects. As you can see, there's a diagram, then there's a brief description of what the circuit does. When you look at the diagram, you'll notice that all the parts are placed on a red grid with numbers going across the top from left to right and letters going across the side from top to bottom. That grid is actually located on the base grid from the kit. We'll look at that in a minute. Another thing you'll notice from the diagram is that all the parts are different colors, so it's easy for you to locate where the parts are and put them together. Each of the parts has a small number. All the parts with a number 1 next to them go first, followed by all the parts with number 2s, or all the parts with the number 3. The first part here in the kit that we're going to look at is known as the base grid. This is where we snap all the circuits. It makes it easy to keep the circuits organized. Along with the kit, there are several different types of parts. For example, this is a lamp. This is a slide switch. This is the battery pack. Here in the manual, in the section about your snap circuit parts, you'll notice that it describes the different parts such as the base grid, the snap wires, the jumper wires, batteries, slide switch, etc. I'm going to show you some of those parts now and how they get connected on the base grid. Okay, so here's the base grid. If we want to place the lamp on the base grid, we just align the snaps to the base grid and snap them in place, just like that. And that works with all the different parts. For example, the slide switch. Or even the battery. The snap wires, such as these, snap right on top of the components, like that, like that, like that. Once you've built your circuit, you can test to see if it works. For example, like sliding the switch. This circuit consists of a light, or a lamp, a battery, and a switch. The batteries store energy. These blue straps connect the lamp and the switch to the battery. When the switch is turned on, the energy from the battery flows through the switch and through the lamp, which turns the lamp on. Once you're done with your experiments, you should put the parts back where they go within the kit. If you're not sure exactly where they go, use your Snap Circuits block layout to show you where you should place them. Make sure that you take the parts off in the opposite order that you put them on. I hope you enjoyed this introduction to Snap Circuits Jr. Hey kids, make sure you have a nice cold drink while you're out here working with your Snap Circuits Jr. kit. The sun's pretty hot sometimes, so keep yourself nice and cool and enjoy having fun with electronics. Hey kids, if you run into problems putting together the projects in the Snap Circuits Jr. kit, ask your parents to help. I'm GuruSantiago for Electronics is Fun.